entering the ring, boxing out of the red corner, weighing in at 153 pounds, representing Perseverance and trained by Corey Jagger, Ruben Helo! Please welcome, boxing out of the blue corner, weighing in at 155 pounds, representing Topera Boxing Club, trained by Alvino Salcedo and Shane Sapak, Trevor Milton!
All right. Yeah, everybody, we got our seventh
fight of the night.
Seventh fight of
Boxing
the night.
fans, make
Ruben,
some noise as we go for our seventh
switching up.
matchup of the night.
Back to a little bit
All right, boxers,
Time to see some-
no hitting behind the backs.
fast,
Watch your heads.
quick fights.
Keep your punches up above the waistlines. No wrestling. When I tell you guys to break, step back and break. Listen to my commands. Touch
Go,
gloves.
boys.
I just want more of a bio. Like, I understand that we have an entrepreneur and an audio technician in the room, but like, what kind of audio
Entrepreneur.
are
What
we
kind
doing?
of audio we're doing?
Yeah. Are we, you know, are we a SaaS product or? Oh my gosh. He said, "You want SaaS?
You said I got
I got an overhand right."
You
Oh
guys-
my
I was
goodness.
Ready, I was ready to see the toss.
The Broncos are bucking.
I was really ready to see. I was like, oh man, he's going over the shoulder.
You familiar with Beyonce's track, "Sweet Honey Bucket"?
Sweet honey bucket.
Did we get?
Whoa!
Oh my God! 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 Oh my
That
God.
was a real knockdown.
Oh my God.
That was a real knockdown,
my
ladies and
God.
gentlemen. You saw it.
Oh my God.
Did you see the rug? The rug that just went.
Oh man.
They pulled the rug out from under that
man.
kid.
It was that overhand right that we just saw come out. I mean, truly from
Jeez.
Grandma's house. But let's see if we see spamming of that
I
punch,
mean-
right? Because if you throw that punch too many times, it becomes expected, and you
And
lose all of its effectiveness,
All the
right?
effectiveness, and then you're going to start to plan around it.
I know
I'm going to know it's coming, and I'm going to use it.
Right. I know everything in my brain, if I'm Ruben here, is to say, throw it again, right?
Why not?
I'm just thinking, like, if I'm in that blue corner, I'm going to throw that punch as many times as I can, but you can't. You have to, right? We see a good amount of punches here that are varied. He's throwing the uppercut just to keep everybody on their toes, but apologies there. I said Ruben, I meant Trevor when
Yes.
on that absolute missile.
It was a missile.
Now,
Again, they ordered that one a week ago, and you saw it coming, and it went.
wow, 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 wow. Now, that was
Another
more
standing
straight
eight.
right down the middle. Now, like you said, Matthew, standing 8. The big thing I want to encourage people to see when they're watching the broadcast at home, right, we see a lot of energy and a lot of flurry. The fun thing to watch here, I don't know if it's fun. It's fun for me.
It's fun for me.
Is to watch the footwork of both fighters, right? As you see someone like, wow. When you see somebody like Trevor.
It's time for round number 2, and to bring us there,
Jab, jab,
we
jab
got our
to
ring
open up
card
and a big
warrior,
overhand right.
Liz Cotto, making her way into the ring once again. She has been battling against thyroid cancer since 2018, endured 4 surgeries, radioactive iodine therapy, and 6 weeks of external beam radiation. Unfortunately, cancer has metastasized, and doctors are now considering long-term oral chemo. There's no cure and limited options, but she continues to fight every day. Let's hear it for Liz.
You might think, like, watching this fight, oh, it might be an eye for an eye. Now, if you're in Ruben's place, am I trying to go out and trying to get a knockdown myself? And while that could even the scorecards, throwing punches that big do open you up to risk.
Agreed.
Right? So having that level head on your shoulders really would show in that maturity in the ring right now. So I think we're going to see a solid approach from both fighters, but I would love to see a little caution exercised by both, because both fighters are dangerous here.
But
right?
both good. The foot just starting off here. Footwork looks good. Footwork looks a lot better than where it did. I think that Ruben is able to like open that back foot up a little bit more, plant it and drive. But we're seeing a lot, not as much head movement from Ruben, but we're seeing some pretty good head movement from Trevor as well.
Now, as they come back together, right, we saw a good level change. We saw a good level change to open this up from Ruben. I think that could be a key to success here. We're seeing Trevor kind of plant these feet kind of wide and throw these fastballs by planting those feet, getting low, and throwing it really from the waist, which is a huge power shot. But when we see somebody plant their feet like that, they do open themselves up to exposure to the body.
Telegraphed. It's
right.
A telegraphed shot.
And I do think that Ruben will see success as he goes back to it there again.
He's leaning into it. Like the fact that, like, if you look at Trevor, he plants that back foot, turns the hip, extends. Oh. I keep waiting for one of these, like, it looks like somebody's going to get thrown.
Something's about to land. And, yeah, they're going to, like, Greco-Roman throw each other.
That's what,
two Broncos in the mix.
I wrestled for a really long time.
There you go.
And that's what I keep seeing. I'm like, oh, man, that's about to throw. That's the throw that's about to happen.
Now, the thing that's really interesting as well, right, is that right hand, that looping right hand, either over the top or a really wide hook coming in from Trevor right now, is consistently landing. I don't know if it's coming outside of the guard of Ruben, where maybe it's obstructed by that headgear, or if it's just something where maybe I don't know, Ruben's a little bit too comfortable seeing it come in, and that's a great answer for Ruben in that flurry.
If he can keep throwing that jab right up the middle, that's a great counter to these big, wide.
We're moving into our third and final round, and that means our ring card warrior, Liz Caudill, is in the ring, being nice and proud. She's got those shiny shoes on and them stripy pants, looking just great. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Liz.
Are a little bit slower because they're more looping. It's either over the top or wide around the side. And while they're more powerful, it does open up that middle shot like you were saying.
Very much.
But if you're able to kind of gain that respect by always answering that looping shot with something up the middle, you start to discourage that big shot coming from around the side, right?
You have to, like, you can't let someone spam the same shot over and over again.
Right.
Because you're giving them no reason to change. Like, if it works, they're going to keep doing it. But if you're able to interrupt that shot and discourage them from taking that same thing right there, Ruben, right up the middle, these quick
Ruben
jabs.
has a sense of urgency right now, right?
Yep.
And I'm enjoying this.
He knows that right now. I think that the scorecard is favoring Trevor, especially after that early knockdown.
That's true, and a definitive knockdown of that.
Definitive. That was a. I would say that's our most definitive knockdown of the night.
I would definitely agree with that.
That was like there was no trip. It was a quick connection.
Right.
And like just.
And
pulled the rug out.
It honestly just seemed like Ruben got surprised by that punch, right?
He
Which
got
doesn't take
caught on
anything
his
away
heels.
from the force that Trevor just put into him. But it is one of those things where, yeah, you've had your time, you got your second round to kind of get your feet back under you, and this is a round where you can prove to yourself and prove to everybody here as Ruben that this is a moment. What are we getting here? Is there a cut? Nose?
Oh, nose. Little schnoz. Let's go a little. Plug that puppy up.
I wonder if people have a better view of this than we do. Oh, Ruben's ready to go. He's like, yeah, get me squared up, dude.
Is it, dude?
Now, oh my goodness.
Oh, good. That was a great sequence on both parts.
Inside a minute, and these guys are throwing. Now, let me just draw attention to this right now. Whether the nose is just bloody on the bridge or bloody in the nose itself, it does make it hard for you to breathe, right? The oxygen coming in to actually refuel the body to keep putting that constant effort out is compromised for Ruben right now, which is what makes this so impressive to me. That he's like, nah, it's all right. But as we see Trevor throw that rear hand uppercut, another looping shot, that's what's landing on that nose each and every time, right?
And
he's ducking the head and just taking
it
right in the nose.
And then the same thing, like you're watching these like big like twisting, like he's using his hips like as we want. We want to see that from Trevor. He's using the hips, but as he's rotating, Ruben's able to cut right through the middle and start to really get some of these shots on the inside.
Now, for all the folks who are maybe like golf people or tennis people, it's that rotational force that really creates a problem, right? It's not just, pushing. That's a really common misconception of like how hard you can push is how hard you can punch. It's really how you connect that ball of the foot to the tip of the fist. Yep. And we are seeing both of them do it in a different way. I would say, Trevor doing it a little bit more effectively.
I would agree.
Especially after that knockdown. That was an absolute missile.
And I think that you said it right when I think it really surprised. It really surprised Ruben. And he was caught on his heels. He was back in the corner. He had nowhere to go on that. But like big props to him that he was able to respond to that. He was able to respond to that and not lose confidence throughout the whole team. A little Big X, baby.
Big X plug. Now, I can say that the impressiveness in this fight is not only in the force that Trevor was able to exact on the opponent, but it was on the activity level, on the perseverance, and on just the general gameness of Ruben, right?
I hear
Ruben,
that.
Ruben could have made a decision when getting dropped in that first round to say, I'm not about that life.
Yep, that was super not fun.
Or just I'm not going to open myself up to risk again, right? And go into that kind of back into the turtle shell to make sure that you don't open yourself up. But Ruben put himself out there.
He was still taking chances the whole time. Whole time still taking chances. He was in the fight the whole time. I do think that based on that knockdown, it is going to go towards the blue corner with Trevor. That was a very definitive knockdown, and I think it would have needed to be one of a
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time for our boxers. After 3 rounds, we go to our judges' scorecards for a unanimous decision, declaring your winner out of the blue corner, Trevor Milton.